So you might be hearing this and being worried because you've just been eating whatever meat's off the rack and you're hearing this now and you're just like, oh crap, what do I do? But on the bright side, there is some good news here. You can start eating cruciferous veggies if you haven't already started doing that. So we're talking things like arugula, kale, bok choy, Brussels sprouts, radishes, cauliflower, cabbage, and collard greens. Me personally, I like pretty much everything on there except for collard greens. People will hear these things and say, oh, well, our body has detox pathways. That's what our liver is for. That's what this is for. That's what blah, 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 blah. And yes, that is true. Our liver can detoxify the body by using different liver enzymes to turn all these fat soluble chemicals. Again, remember, they're fat soluble. That's one of the reasons that they tend to affect the meats more than the plants, is because plants don't have very much fat in them. But they turn these fat soluble chemicals into water soluble chemicals. So we are consistently exposed to pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, rodenticides, GMO foods, and the enzymes in our liver essentially have two different phases that they go through. They have a phase 1 and a phase 2, so that we can actually excrete these things out. But when we are overexposed to different kinds of chemicals, phase 1 in the liver ends up speeding up significantly, and it's not able to, phase 2 essentially ends up getting backed up due to that imbalance. So you stop being able to detoxify as effectively. These chemicals, when they're not able to get detoxified out of the body, end up usually going into the thyroid, the breast tissue, and the uterus. What cruciferous veggies do here is they end up correcting that imbalance. So they end up slowing down that phase 1, or inhibiting that to some degree, and end up speeding up that phase 2, so that it's able to correct that. What the biggest concern with a lot of these chemicals are from Roundup is that we often don't actually notice any of the issues that these things do for decades. So it can be really challenging to actually show that there is a direct cause. But of course, there's tons of correlating data and, obviously the $11 billion that Monsanto has had to pay out, and the fact that 80% of their lawsuits get settled out of court, like I mentioned earlier. Sounds a little guilty. I don't know, guys. Hey, guys, if you got some value out of that question, please share it to someone else who needs to hear it. And I'm talking to you right now. If you want to ask your own question, you can go direct message me on Instagram at AndrewPFM. You can go toss a comment on YouTube, on TikTok at AndrewPFM as well, or my business Instagram at Pride Fitness and Movement. Yeah, hope to see you guys there. Later.